Why, hello there. It's Captain Mark 3, and I'm back, apparently. So I'm somewhat winging this a little bit, but I just wanted to talk to y'all. Not really doing them updates that I usually do, where be like, oh, where I've been and whatnot, because it's usually the same thing. I mean, it's nothing really. I just wanted to post something because I haven't posted in a minute. At Planet Fitness, as y'all can see, just chilling, working out like every day. Like, look at this. I don't know if y'all can see it for real. Like, you know what I mean? But we've been making some gains in the gym. You know what I mean? So, what I wanted to come to y'all talk about is to help y'all. You know what I mean? To help you, to help me, to help everybody that's watching this, because I started thinking to myself, like, what is my what do I want to do? What do I love doing? And I honestly, I love helping people out. I can't stop it. In fact, sometimes I help other people out so much that it hurts me. So instead of just, handing out money or going to do stuff for people, I'm going to make a YouTube video, things that I like to do. I like to talk to people and give out advice from things that I know. See, I'm only 21 right now, so I've learned a lot in just the time that I've been on this earth than the average 21-year-old, I'd say. So I just want to give out some of my input, see if you guys got some input. But to cut this intro short, I just want to talk to y'all about how to start, how to start a goal, short term, long term, you know what I mean? I just want to talk to y'all on how to start, how to get yourself going. Because we always sit around and just be like, dang, I don't know, I don't want to do this, I want to do that, you know what I mean? And then never do it, or just procrastinate for so long, prolong the thing you want to do and never even get to start. So I'm not necessarily telling you how to complete your goal, but I'm going to give you some advice that I know on how to start and a little bit after. So what I got here. First things I got on here is to work on your mentality, your physicality, and your spirituality. And I don't know if all of you watching this, really think those don't go hand in hand, but they really do. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, everything in this world is physical. I can touch this, I can touch that. It's all physical. And you can literally make things happen by literally physically doing it. You have your mentality. Everything that you see, that you perceive, is all that you see. Really, is all that truly exists. So if you say, see something, if that you say, for example, let me just put it like this. Two versions of you, different universes or whatever. One point of view saw something that interested you, intrigued you, and you strive to go do that, change your life to go do that. You see that, but then the other version of you didn't see what it was, and you didn't even know it existed, right? So basically what I'm saying with those two versions of you, one didn't see what you saw, had that ambition that you saw, what you saw mentally, you didn't have the same mind. And it's like everything that we see is a part of us, you know what I mean? Just like I said, physically, everything is physical, right? You can move stuff. Mentally, you can do things. You can push your body to do things if you mentally think about it. Mentally, get your mind right, and you can pretty much do whatever you want, really. Spirituality is the third one I want to say. And just being, and to people, some people that aren't spiritual or whatever, they would probably say it's luck, right? So if you want to say that, then you can say that too. But it's out there. That the spiritual energy is out there. Energy is out there. It's a part of it too. It's a part of the three things. Like I said, physical, mental, and spiritual. The spirit is something that we can't necessarily see, can't really describe, but we know it's there, and it's proven to work. I mean, from all the videos I watch, all the books and articles that I read as well, we talk about it, and I've seen it myself. It works. So if you have this goal that you want to do, this ambition, you mentally have to want to do it. You have to physically be prepared to do it. And spiritually, what I do, I pray to God, I pray to Jesus, and ask for help. And honestly, you could also like just bring good energies to you as well. Like literally, like just speak positively and keep talking about this goal that you want to do to tackle it down. Just basically, and that also goes in hand with your mind too. You know what I mean? Mentally think about it all the time, and you'll be able to do it. So the three things: physical, mental, and spiritual. Get those in hand. But the first thing, like I said, physical. To start, you physically have to do something. You physically have to do it. You know what I mean? And mentally as well, but let's start with physical. You physically have to do something to achieve something. You can't just put in no action and get action. You know, inaction doesn't create action. You know what I mean? So what I would say is start off slow. Start slow to start. And if you don't even know where to start, just do something. Get up, move around. You know what I mean? Keep thinking about it mentally as well. Mental. Think about it. Physically get up and move and think about it. If you do that, for me, it puts me like, it's like feeling my fuel, energy to eventually erupt and do something. You know what I mean? So physically get up, move around, get that energy going so you can start something. Mentally think about it. Think about how you're going to do it. You know what I mean? And then 3, with spiritual, your energy has to be focused on that goal. Positive, not negative. So think positively about, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Like, talk to yourself as well. So with your spirit, get the positive energies in your vicinity. Whatever you have to do, sage, incense and all that extra stuff, like pray, whatever you have to do to get your spiritual energy up, lifted up. Because without that, you're really not going to even have energy to do anything. And the reason I say all 3 of these come in hand is because if you don't think about it mentally, you're not going to do it. If you physically don't get up, then you're not doing it. And if you spiritually, if your energies aren't towards it, you're not doing it either. Those 3 come in hand. I'm gonna have some future videos explaining it a lot better, because it's my first video back. I'm really just like, you know what I mean? I'm just happy to be back. You know what I mean? But we'll dive into that a little bit more. But let's go to the next part. Change yourself fundamentally, like change who you are. You know what I mean? If you want to start something, say it's a short-term goal, you don't need to truly change, but I'd say for a short-term goal, you want to tackle it quickly. Put yourself in a different mindset, a different mode, like become a different person. What I'm saying is changing yourself for a short-term goal, at least. Just become a different person. Like, we all have personas. We all have the ability to change our personality. Be a different person, and you will see that you're able to tackle that goal. Because that's kind of what works for me. At first, they say fake it till you make it. And I kind of was doing that until I actually implemented those parts of what I liked of that persona from this persona and then implement it into my own self. For I'd say long-term goals, you have to change like who you are overall. Like I just said, bring those together. Those short-term changes, like bring that together and truly change who you are. You can't tackle a goal that you keep trying, you keep failing, you know what I mean? Or just never start if you're the same person as the person that was basically a lazy bum, you know what I mean? You have to change who you are. Be a different person and you will tackle that goal. Don't be the normal you, and you will be able to do something you didn't think that you could do. Because honestly, it still is you at the end of the day. But it's like people limit themselves with the idea of who they are. You know what I mean? So you have to fundamentally change yourself. And that goes back to the category I was talking about, mentality. Mentally get your mind right. Become a different person, at least for this instant, or change a part of yourself. Next part. Get out of your comfort zone. And I think that's something my dad used to tell me a lot as a kid, but I didn't really, with my parents, what they say is a lot of us, we hear what they say, listen and be like, yeah, you know what I mean? We never really listen, but you change, you're able to tackle goals a lot when you get out of your comfort zone. You know what I mean? If you're comfortable doing something, it's just the same you're comfortable doing something you've always done. If you get out of your comfort zone, you're vulnerable. You do things that you don't normally do to get back into your comfort zone. You know what I mean? You always strive to reach comfort and achieve that, no matter what you really do. So, like I said, getting out of your comfort zone allows you to change as well. All these parts that I'm talking about go hand in hand with each other. That's why in the beginning it was a little tough for me to describe the physical, mental, and spiritual, because there's subdivisions to that. They all go hand in hand. And getting out of your comfort zone is more of a semi physical, mental task. You know what I mean? Those two. You have to put yourself in position where you're vulnerable, where you have to fight. You know what I mean? You have to fight, because when you're backed into a corner, you try harder, you work harder for yourself, because it's life or death. You know what I mean? And when you're in a vulnerable state, you realize you can do things you never even imagined that you could do. You can kill, you know what I mean? You can do things that you've never done when you're in a state of vulnerability. I'm not saying go do something dumb, you know what I mean? Like jumping off a building or something, risk taking, you know what I mean? No, not stuff like that. That's stupid. I'm basically saying you gotta go out there and separate from what you know so you can see something new. That way you learn something new. If you stay where you're comfortable, all you know, you're not going to learn anything else. You know what I mean? You're not going to learn anything new. Yes, you're going to master what you know already, but if you want to learn something new to reach the goal that you're trying to reach, you have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to. You can't sit and be the same. You know what I mean? Just like I said, change yourself. That goes hand in hand with this. Get out of your comfort zone. You can't be the same. Get out of your comfort zone. Go change. Surround yourself with like-minded people. That's the next one. And that's something that was very, very hard for me, because growing up, I've always been able to make friends very easily. But I never really got to go out too much to go hang out with friends all the time, because I usually just had to stay at home cleaning and stuff. It was all bull. But when I finally became 18, 19, I get into bigger friend groups. I mean, even now to this day, I keep meeting new friend groups and new people, and I start to notice that some people bring me down, and it's you try to fit in with these people, or even if you don't even try to fit in, you hang around these people, and because you guys are friends, have things in common, you start making more things in common. You start taking some of their personality traits, some of their perks and all that, and they do the same from you. But if these people are negative or don't have the same goal as you, or not like-minded, just overall bad for you, you're going to, no matter what you do while you're surrounded around these people, and it's another mental thing, you're going to literally become like them. And if you don't like, or you're not trying to be like who they are, then don't hang around them, because you're psychologically changing yourself to match. When you meet people, for some reason, I don't know why, but when we meet people, we try to bond with them, right? We're friends, and we try to find similarities and match and get closer. For some reason, I don't know why. And it's gonna happen. If you have friends that are bad apples in the bunch, you're gonna end up rotting too. They're gonna affect you. It's possible that you could change them. There's some people that are good. There's some good friends. I've had some really good friends in my group, some solid people. But it's just we're surrounded by like a whole bunch of people that don't want to do shit for themselves. I'm not trying to curse too much here, but it's just like you have to get away from these people that are not helping you. You are going to be like them. You are who you're around. You know what I mean? Next part is go ghost. Like I said, get away from them. Get away from, but not just that. Even good people, sometimes the good people don't know that they're holding you back either, or you're holding your own self back by being around these people or trying to get their approval. You know what I mean? You're trying to post all the time on Snap and Insta, TikTok, trying to get likes and approval from your friends or people online and whatnot. And you have to keep up this image, and you can't do that forever. It's hard. It's hard to do that. It really is. Because I've tried many times, and a lot of people still out there trying to keep up this image. I can tell whenever, say, like, I post something, me playing basketball or me at the gym or whatever, and then my friend go do it, because we're friends, homies or whatever, and they want to show that they're on that shit too. But, like, things happen in life. Life happens, and you can't keep up that image forever. You can't be like, oh, I'm gonna just I'm always there, I'm always that, you know what I mean? Because the internet shit is fake. I'll just keep it real with you, bro. That shit's fake. You see your homies post all this good stuff, and then you hang with them, and it's really not like that. So it's like, come on, bro, you know what I mean? And that made me think, like, they say that they see the same about me, you know what I mean? Another thing about going ghost is, other than just like the people and whatnot, when you're by yourself, you get to talk to yourself more, and you get to truly understand yourself, and you get to change. Like, once again, fundamentally change. You get to learn more about yourself and take more accountability when you're by yourself. You have no distractions. You get to learn. You get to grow. When you go ghost and solo, and this is something I've always done my entire life, really. It comes from me, like, as a kid. My parents used to move around a lot, so I'd switch schools and whatnot. So I guess my friendship attachment is kind of like poor. I befriend people for like a year or two, and then I dip. And that at first was just something that, like, I just did just cause. But now I purposely do it because after I reach a certain level of friendship with people, if some people in the group are still not good and it's overwhelming, I'll leave, back out, change who I am. I like leaving and changing because that's what I've been doing my whole life. I'm trying to get more stability or whatever. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm still young. I don't know much, but I'm just telling y'all what I know so far. But I went ghost. Had to separate from a lot of people. Even the people, like, I've known for so long. Like, I'm not, like, hitting them up. Like, I deleted social media is what it was. I still got my number. Like, people know my number. You can call me. You're not calling me. So, like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to say you a fake friend or whatever. But, because some people, if you don't reach out to them, they won't reach out to you. That's another thing I'm talking about. Get away from certain people. Stay with like-minded people. You know what I mean? But, don't be too mad. You know what I mean? Go and ghost at the people that don't hit you up, because that's you looking for that approval. You know what I mean? You don't need that. You need to grow. You need to work on yourself. You don't need that. You know what I mean? It's actually a blessing if they're not hitting you up, asking you to hang out and shit. You know what I mean? Because you get to grow. You get to change yourself. And then imagine how you feel when you come back. You're a whole different person. You're so much better. Imagine showing your friends that. I mean, try not to be like, go out of your way to do that. That's how you make enemies, frenemies, fake friends. But keep quiet and you'll be happy. You'll be grateful. Like, I'm just saying. Also, this is not even in this thing about starting or whatever. I think I'm getting a little bit off script, but it's just like, you know what I mean. But here's another thing is, like, keeping quiet. Keep quiet. When you're ghost, keep quiet. You know what I mean? This is a process of after starting, isn't it? Not how to start. We'll dabble more into that a little bit later. But keep quiet and let the world see what you've done. Once you finished, once your goal, once they see that you reached your goal, you'll be even further than that goal if you keep quiet. Don't tell everybody what you're doing. You don't have to. That's how people stop you. That's how bad people come around and stop you. That's how people accidentally stop you too. You just don't have to. You don't have to work on yourself. Um, another part, and we're getting back onto the topic of how to start again. I said act as if you've already reached this goal. Let me dismiss this real quick. Act as if you've already reached your goal. And now this is the part that I'm still kind of working with a little bit. You don't have to directly act as if is what I keep hearing, but if you basically live like how you want to be, that goal that you want to achieve, or if you act like how you've reached your goal already, not fake cockiness or like I'm this, I'm that, like, you know what I mean, or I've done this, I've done that, like you haven't yet. But if you live as if you did before you did, it pushes you towards that even quicker. You know what I mean? A lot of people say they want to be rich or wealthy or financially free, secure, stable, right? And I've been at points where I've had lots of money that I made on my own or got from somebody or whatever, whatnot. But something I've always just done is as a kid, I didn't care much about money. I was always told don't value money that much. Now as an adult, I value it a lot more, but a part of me still there's a reason why my parents told me not to. It's not gonna buy you happiness, right? But like I said, act as if you've reached your goal already, and here's one for everybody. Everybody wants to be rich, wealthy, or whatnot. If you act like you are there already, not bragging, be oh I'm rich, but if you carry yourself as if you are a rich person, if you treat yourself, if you take care of yourself, like I said, if you walk around in that flesh, you will reach that goal quickly. You will get there. You're basically you've already mentally established that you're there, and physically established you're there. Mental and physical. Yet again, we keep coming back to that. Mentally and physically establish that you're there, and you're going to be there. From an outside perspective, somebody don't know how much is in your bank account, and you look like a rich person. So, basically you are. For all they know. From like I said, all we see is all we know. We're so self-centered. I can see this person dressing all bummy, I'd be like, hey, I think bro's homeless. And if I never talk to him, for all I know, he's homeless. You know what I mean? He may not be. He may be one of the richest dudes in the world, for all I know. But all I see is that, my perception and the narrative that he has, or the narrative I have of him. So carry yourself, and if you think that other people will see you like that, and if you see yourself like that too, you will be slowly kind of fake it till you make it, kind of believe it, you know what I mean? But you will be there. You'll carry yourself into that goal, into that position you want. Another thing I have is failure isn't the end. I think everybody hears this. I don't know why people don't actually take this to heart, and I've kind of taken it to heart, but it was just the people I was around that would bash me down so hard. But if you take L's, bro, it's not the end of the world. It really isn't. In life, we have so many chances, so many options, so many opportunities. Your failures. I just stuttered so much. But your failures, they literally shape you, right? And it doesn't mean you're just, I'm a failure. No, you divert away from that. Be like, I can't do that no more because I already know how I went. I can't do that because I know how that goes. I went there. Let me try this out. It didn't work. Now you know where to go next. And eventually you will make it. You see that with all small steps in your life too. The short-term goals too. It's very easy to learn. Here's another thing I'm going to say when it comes to long-term goals is have a bunch of short-term goals. Take those out, reflect that, whichever one you like the most, how you tackled it down right, put that into how you're going to tackle your big long-term goal, and you're going to it's going to work. Psychologically, train yourself to think that way it's going to work, and it will. You know what I mean? But else failures, they're not the end. It's literally what teaches you. It teaches you. It's learning. In school, you didn't just go in there and just learned everything, aced everything. I know there's some people out there that's just really good at that schoolwork. And as I got older, I realized like schoolwork is not that hard. As a kid, I was just lazy. But um, you didn't just go in there and just knew everything. You know what I mean? You had to learn it. And when you took the test, you got a few questions wrong. Now you know the most of the time they tell you like what you did wrong. And even if you don't know how you messed up or why, you know that it wasn't right and that's not what you want to do. So that's a start. Failing, taking L's shows you where you don't want to be. You know what I mean? And it makes you strive. It makes you strive towards your goal. You know what I mean? The last thing I have is your goal isn't the end, right? Here's an example I have. A lot of video games, you reach the end of the game and you still have more things to do. You still can max out on things, all this extra stuff. You know, at least nowadays games. Some old games, like I love Final Fantasy VII, bro. Once you beat the game, you're done. You can't do anything else. I really hate that aspect of it. But nowadays games, you got like God of War, you beat the story mode. There's so many side quests. You know, you can keep going. You can keep doing. Even once you finally reached your goal, you can continue to improve, and you'll realize that, wow, the goal that I had wasn't even like a part of the bigger picture. Like there's so much more out there than what you think, because all you see is what you can see. You know what I mean? Once you finally get past this box that you're in, you're going to see so much more, and you're going to realize, wow, you're gonna have more goals. You're gonna have, like, it's never ending, really. Honestly, that's how it is in life. It's never ending until you die. It's gonna be, you're gonna realize, like, my goal isn't like truly where you want it to be, isn't truly what you want it to do, because you're gonna want to do better, more. You know what I mean? And if you're the type of person that wants to settle at something, you're weird and you're not human. You know what I mean? Because that makes no sense. What person wants to stop when they have the ability to keep going? You know what I mean? Maybe that's just me. Oh yeah. As a kid, I struggled. It's embarrassing to say now, but as a kid, I struggled talking to females. It was always hard for me. I don't know why. Even though I had like a bunch of sisters, like I could easily talk to them, but like when it came to the girls outside of my family, it was tough for some reason. I used to always have that as my goal. Oh, one day I'm gonna be able to, blah blah blah, and keep working on it. And then I've reached a point where I could just fluently talk to girls, get their numbers on the spot. Like it's a lot easier than I thought it was. And I realized that's not even my end goal. That's not even what I wanted. Like sometimes your goal isn't even like truly what you wanted, where you want to be. You realize how underwhelming that is, and you have even more goals. But like, oh, now I want to be able to talk to, be able to persuade more than just girls. I want to be able to talk to more people, higher up, richer people, like, you know what I mean, more successful people, to get like successful in life. That's my next goal when it comes to talking to people. And it's kind of tough. My bad. And it's still kind of tough because like I don't get nervous talking to regular people. When I see a well-dressed person, presentable, and I know they got like power, like I'd be like, oh shit, I wanna, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get past that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get past that point as well. So I still got a lot of learning, like I said. Damn, I really did railed off from how to start. So we're gonna bring it back to the beginning. Let the end of the video be the most important. So let's talk about really how to start. Like, you know what I mean? You have to do it. You have to force yourself. So we're gonna go over our best points. Mentally, physically, and spiritually prepare yourself. Now, spiritually, you have to pray, manifest this, because it's true. It's gonna happen. You can pray. You can meditate. You can do all that, and it will work. It will. If you believe. My bad. But if you believe that it will work, it will. What you believe can happen. What you believe is the truth, because you can only see from yourself. Now, I'm not saying go be delusional, be like, oh, well, I'm right because of blah, blah, blah. No. What I'm saying is that more than not, you can achieve what you want to do. Like, seriously. Just go test it out. Like I said, small short-term goals. Go test it out. Be like, I don't know. I don't think I can make this. Go try it. Go make it. Go make that food. Go make the noodles on the stove or whatever you think you can cook. Go do it. And you'll realize, wait a minute. I can do this. I can do that. I can, because you can. If you believe you can. If you don't believe you can, then you can't. You can't do it. Oh, I can't talk to girls. It's so hard. Then you can't. You're not going to. You know what I mean? What you tell yourself that you can do is what you can do. You literally mentally handicap, or what's the other word? You mentally, who you are. You mentally have who you are in your head, right? You are your brain, basically. You are your mind, right? Almost, not completely, but it's a big part of you. So what you think you can do, you can do. So I keep getting off topic, but like I said, because that was spirituality. You see how I went back to mentally and whatnot. So let's bring it to physical. Your body. You have to, like I said, get up to go do things. You physically have to do stuff. Like, you know what I mean? You have to get up and do it. Because at the end of the day, you can't just like pray and then think and hope. You know, you got to get up and do it. If you combine all three of those together, you'll be able to do it, to start. Another thing about starting is, what did I say? Other than mental, physical, and spiritual, and changing yourself, getting out of your comfort zone. And a big part on get out of your comfort zone, just get up and do it. But like I said, just do it. Get up and just do it. Do it. Just get up and do it. Because you can, if you believe you can. I want this to be really impactful. I want somebody to like actually like get up and start, because I don't know if you guys know, but like seriously, if you just get up and start, you may not like reach the goal, but you'll realize like you starting is so much better than not doing anything. Putting in 1% is so much better than putting in 0, because think about it. 0 is literally nothing. 1% is so much higher than 0.00001. You don't realize how much effort or how much better little effort is than no effort. You know what I mean? You still put in something. So just start. Just do it. You know what I mean? Just do it. But I'm glad that like I got to talk to y'all again. I'll make some more videos overnight. I'm gonna be posting this on my Cam Lamar Talks channel. I'm gonna make a gaming channel probably in a few months. Then my normal channel, I think it's just gonna be like, I don't know, cause my normal channel is just like gaming and music. I think I want to make a music channel, but I already got my music on my main. So I think my normal one's gonna be my YouTube channel. I think I'm gonna do like, I don't know, we'll see what I'm gonna do. But this is gonna go to my side channel. Gaming's gonna be on the other side, and Cam Lamar 3 is just gonna be me, you know, unfiltered basically, or whatnot. But I hope I had spread some message or positivity to somebody. Hopefully you get to think different. I'll make some more, let's say, strategic, organized videos in the future. I just wanted to get this out there. Start doing something. This whole video right here is me forcing myself to start. You basically have to force yourself to start. I want to get back on YouTube, so I'm starting. Just start somewhere. It doesn't have to be great, like I keep saying. It doesn't have to be great. Just start, and we'll see what happens. Watch.